my big studio, and today, you guys, we are going to be doing the Christmas tree pull-apart kit, which this one's exciting for me because if you've decorated with me before, usually we have 6 designs, we do 2 of each, but this one, all of our cupcakes are for 1 design, and I think it's really cool. We're gonna make one giant picture. But if the sticker right here on your My Make Studio box does not say the Christmas tree pull-apart kit, no worries, you're probably looking for another video, so go ahead and stop this one and head back to our YouTube channel and find the one that's titled the same as whatever sticker is on your box. If your sticker does say pull apart Christmas tree, welcome, is going to be super cool today. There are a couple things we do have to go over first, and number 1 is we need to bake our cupcakes. So you have a box of cake mix inside your box, and go ahead and pull that out, and on the back of the box there are directions on how to make your cupcakes. But if you're like, I don't have pans or anything, not to worry, because inside your box are a cupcake pan and some little liners. So you need to fill this up twice and bake it, but this way if you don't have a pan, you've got this right here. And then with our cupcakes, we want them to be at least room temperature before we decorate them. If you try to decorate really warm cupcakes, they turn into a hot, soupy, goopy mess, and we're trying to make a pretty tree today, and we don't want a hot, soupy, goopy mess, so make sure they're at least room temperature or slightly chilled in the fridge or the freezer for a little bit, but room temperature should be just fine. And then aside from that, you need everything in your box, and then a pair of handy-dandy scissors, and then some kind of towel. It can be a hand towel, a kitchen towel, just something to wipe our fingers on and keep our open icing bags. And then go ahead and wash your hands, and then we'll get right to it. So I'm going to get all set up, and we're going to make a giant pull-apart Christmas tree. Alright, so to start, whenever I'm making a big picture, I think it's easiest to make the shape first. So I have my tree facing you. So the top of my tree, I do 1, and then I do 2, 3, 4, and then these 2 are going to be the trunk. That just helps me if I make the shape first and I decorate it all in one piece. However, you can do like one at a time if that's easier for you, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take my green icing, take the lid off, but don't lose it, and then remove the seal. And then inside this little bag of fun, you have some icing chips. So for making the tree, I personally like to use the grass tip. I think it gets a really nice pine needle, plus the grass tip is just my all-time favorite tip ever. But I will show you how to use the star tip instead if you'd like, but just know that I will be using the grass tip for my trees. And the grass tip is the one with all the little holes in it that looks like a thimble. You also have a little booklet inside of your box that has a little section on the tips. If you want to open that up and look at that as well, you're more than welcome to. But it is the thimble one. And then I put it on my icing. And then that lid, we're going to pop this out. Boop. And then now it's a coupler ring, which is going to keep it attached to our tube of icing. And you're just going to twist it on. Now, sometimes the icing tips like to play tag, like, no, you can't catch me. If that's happening to you, you just need to like reorient it and apply a little bit of pressure to get it on there. Or sometimes you just take another ring from one of your other icings, it'll also get it to stick on there, just if it's giving you some trouble. Sometimes they have a mind of their own and they want to be difficult. But we're going to get onto it. So I take one, and with the grass tip, if you push it right on your cupcake and squeeze, nothing really happens. So you need to hold it a little above, and you can either go 1, 2, stop, and lift straight up. If you dip back down before you lift up, it just makes a blob. So stop and straight up, try not to dip down. Or you can keep squeezing while you lift to get it a bit more floppy. Totally up to you. But I cover all of my cupcakes except the 2 for my trunk in the grass tip design. So I'll show you what one looks like with the grass tip, and then I will talk about how you can use the star tip instead if you would like. It just gives it a different look and vibe, which if that is what makes you happy, they're your cupcakes. Feel free to do that. I'd like you to know that the option is there if you like the look of that a little bit better, but I will be using, again, I'll be using the grass tip on all of mine because that's the vibe and the look that I like. But I'm going to go ahead and cover this one up so you can see what a completely covered one would look like, and then I'll show you the star tip. Ta-da! So this is with the grass tip. Now, if you wanted to use the star tip, it is the one that is a big circle with a bunch of little spikies. This one. And I'm only going to do a couple bloops of that. And again, you want to hold it a little above, and this one I would squeeze 1 or 1, 2, and then stop and lift. But you could cover your cupcake in that, or your cupcakes in that instead. It just gives you a different design and look. Both of them are cute, so it's whatever feels right for you. But I'm going to go ahead and cover all of my cupcakes except for these 2, which will be my tree trunk, in the grass tip. So once I've done that, I'll come back to you and I'll show you how we can make some like ornaments and stars and stuff. So whenever your icing starts to get low, go ahead and push it down and then treat it like a tube of toothpaste and just fold the top and just keep folding it down. It'll help create that pressure so you get all of your icing. And you do have a second green icing today. All of the green is for our tree, so go ahead and use both of them on your tree parts. Back to decorating. Yes! Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and make the bark for these 2. So I'm going to use that open star and put it on my chocolate. And since I used it for my green, I'm just going to put it on here and just squeeze it out on my towel until it's all brown. But if you didn't use it for your tree, you should be able to put it right on your brown. And again, it is the open star, so it's the circle with all the little spikies. This guy. Perfect. Okay. So you can do the boop, 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 boops. Or what I like to do for these is I hold my tip sideways and then I just squeeze some stripes. And I'll just make lines like that to cover both of them. I just feel like it helps it look more like bark, but you can go boop, 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 boop instead if you would like. Like that. And then I will have it go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to my second one, and then we'll talk about using the round tip. It already looks like a tree. Okay, so then we have some yellow icing. So what I like to do is I like to use the round tip, which is just the one that looks like a little circle. And then I use this to draw a star on the top, and then I like to just go whoop, whoop, whoop on each of my rows. Again, I like doing it in a picture, so it's already set and I already know how it's going to look like when it's done and completed. But I use it to make some garland lines. Ta-da! Okay. Whoop! Not quite ta-da. Make sure this is on here nice and tight. There we go. So to make a star, I just draw a star shape, but I think doing the whole A thing is really easy. So I'll show you what I mean. I don't think I can do it backwards though. Alright, so we make this shape. And then you could just do another triangle, another triangle, another triangle, another triangle. Or, actually, yeah, we're going to make it a bit bigger. I want it to take up a lot more of this, actually. So I'm going to go like this. And then, I like to come from the edge and draw a line up. So just edge and draw a line up. and then make those little triangles, and then just fill it in, which you can freehand a triangle or a star shape too, or if you want to cut a star out on a piece of paper, put it on your cupcake and then trace the icing around it, then you can lift it up and then just fill that shape in. Or if you want to make something that is not a star, go for it. Whatever makes you happy. Usually I just freehand it, but I was like, I should try and explain how to make a star shape. So that is the easiest way I know how to explain it. Ta-da! So this one will go up here. And then on my other ones, I just take this and I just make some squiggles for garland. Like that. Now you can pick them up and just do a squiggle on each individual one if you don't want to have them all set together. But I'm just going to keep adding my garland lines. Yes. You could also, if you don't want to do squigglies, you could do, there's no right or wrong way to put the garland on there, just what you think looks cute. I'm a fan of the squiggles. And now it's the decoration part. I mean, it's all been decoration, but you have rainbow sprinkles and chocolate balls. These are perlettes or sixlets, just round fancy M&Ms. And I just put them randomly, but I like to, here, let me words are hard. Let me pick one up. I like these to be like little ornaments, so I stick them like they're hanging from my garland. That's how I like to do them. You can just push them into random spots of the cupcake. Again, it's totally up to you. I love how creative this one is. Like, there's so many different things you could do, which is awesome in my opinion. One here. Yes! And then the rainbow sprinkles, I just go for it. But if you want, you can grab a single tiny sprinkle and individually place them exactly where you would like. Whenever I'm making gingerbread houses, I like to do that for the wreaths because it looks like little tiny ornaments. But I understand that not everybody is about the single sprinkle lifestyle. And especially for one that's just like like, I don't know how to explain it, but for this one, I feel like it is totally fine to just all the rainbow sprinkles, but you can individually take them and place them exactly where you want, so the colors are the way that you want. It just will take more time, but if you want to do that, you totally can. It will look amazing, but it's also going to look amazing if you just want to go sprinkles. So I just cut the little corner off of this. And then I like to put them in my hand and go one cupcake at a time with some sprinkles. And I put some on my star too. And then I'll give them a little, I'm not pushing them super hard, but I am giving them a little, just to make sure that they're stuck in the icing. I'll give you a top view here in a second because this is our final step, you guys. You can draw other things. You could also write on your tree if you wanted. It's just whatever feels right for you. Plus, rainbow sprinkles make everything better in my opinion. And my Christmas tree at home, my tree topper is a hot dog. And all of my ornaments are rainbow colored or dinosaurs. So I love how colorful this is. It's right up my alley. growing up, my grandma had we had a regular Christmas tree, and then she had a pink Christmas tree that was only for Barbie ornaments. So I love color. You could also, if you do want to grab a single sprinkle and place it, you could also line your star with a type of sprinkle, like how I put the pink one there. You could outline it in a specific sprinkle if you wanted. Totally fine if you don't, but if you do, the option is there. Or, oh, I'm gonna do this for sure. Hang on, let me do it and then show you. I need a pink sprinkle. I need a pink sprinkle. Yes. You can make a little smiley face on your star. Okay. I'm gonna add a couple more sprinkles. And then that's it, you guys. I'll give you a top view and that's it. Ta-da! And that's it, you guys. That's how you make a pull-apart cupcake Christmas tree. Oh, this is adorable. But thank you so much for coming today. I hope that you had fun. And if you would like to share your lovely tree creations with us, because I, for one, always love seeing what you do. I think it is so cool that we're all doing like a step-by-step thing, but you guys always put your own spin and personality onto it. And I think that's just so perfect because just decorating cakes and cupcakes for me it's art you can eat. It's just fun art class. I mean, all art class is fun for me, but like it's art that you can eat, and art is unique, and so are you. So I love seeing what you guys do. So if you would like to share your beautiful trees with us, you can go to mymakestudio.com and click on the Chef Ch-Chayla tab, and there'll be an option to upload your photos, and you'll become part of the Bakers Club and get a certificate from me. So again, if you want to share your pictures, mymakestudio.com, Chef Ch-Chayla tab, and then you'll also be part of the Bakers Club. But if you're like, that is okay, I'm still happy that you came. You don't have to show them if you're not comfortable doing so, but if you'd like to show them, I would love to see what you do. And I mean, since we're talking about it, segue time. On our website, if you need a little more sweetness and decoration in your life, we have other cupcake kits. We do have a holiday one, we have a winter one, we also have monsters or unicorns, we have summer, we have flowers, just all kinds of stuff, you guys. And then we also do round and square cakes. So we have a geode, we have a snow day, a graveyard, we even have a cheeseburger cake kit. So if you need a little more decoration and sweetness in your life, I recommend that you check out our website, which again is mymakestudio.com. And then, last thing, y'all, if you would like to follow any of our social medias, they are all at mymakestudio. So our Facebook, our Instagram, and our TikTok are all at mymakestudio. And then our Facebook and Instagram are good places to follow for like, do we have any new and upcoming kits coming out? Or are we decorating near you? Maybe you want to come decorate in person. Those are good places to check out for that. And then our TikTok is a little mix of that and a little bit, it's like half of that and half of weird dive into my world. Like if you want to see how I did my makeup and this hair, you can check that out on the TikTok. What is my weird dog up to? What picture did I draw? It's kind of like a little bit of a mix of like us and a little weird dive into my brain. But again, all of our social media for Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are at mymakestudio. And I know I've already said it, but for real, you guys, thank you so much for coming today. I hope that you had fun and happy holidays. And I hope that you enjoy eating this beautiful tree. And as always, everyone, stay creative.